The rain fell hard that evening, washing the neon lights of the city into a blur. Inside the dimly lit showroom of LuxLine Auto, James Carter sat at his desk, staring blankly at the luxury cars glistening under the spotlights. To anyone walking by, he looked like a man surrounded by successes, polished flowers, designer sights, and cars worth more than most homes. But inside, James was hollow. 3 years had passed since the accident, the night he lost his wife and daughter. Since then, he had buried himself in work, expanding his dealership, building an empire of chrome and glass, all to drown out the silence at home. But no matter how many engines roared, the house still whispered with emptinesses. That night, as James was locking up, he noticed a figure huddled under the awning, a boy, no older than 16, sucked to the bone. "Hey," James called, "you can't stay here, the shop is closed." The boy flinched but didn't move. "I'm sorry, sir," he said quietly. "I just needed a place to stay dry." "I'll go." James hesitated. There was something in the boy's eyes, a mix of exhaustion and pride. "Wait," James said, "come inside for a minute." He made him a cup of coffee and handed over a towel. The boy introduced himself as Ethan. He had been living in his car since his mother passed away. He was trying to find work to keep up with school, but nobody wanted to hire a kid with no experience. James listened, feeling something stir in him, something he hadn't felt in years. When Ethan mentioned that his old sedan had broken down just a mile away, James's instinct was to fix it. He grabbed a toolkit and followed the boy out into the rain. They lifted the hood together, the cold wind whipping through their clothes, and for the first time in a long time, James felt human. Not a businessman, not a salesman, just a man helping someone who needed it. After an hour, the engine came to life. Ethan grinned through the rain, eyes shining. "Thank you, sir," he said. "I don't know how to repay you." James looked at him, this boy who had lost everything but still carried hope. "You just did," he replied. The next morning, James made a decision that would change them both. He called Ethan and offered him a part-time job at LuxLine Auto, cleaning cars, learning the ropes. Ethan worked hard, showing up early, staying late, sucking in every lesson James taught him. Weeks turned into months. The boy who honest had nothing began to shine, confident, keen, full of purpose. And slowly, through it later, James began to heal too. The dealership didn't just feel like a business anymore, it felt alive again. On the anniversary of his daughter's death, James stood in the showroom, staring at a photo on his desk. Ethan approached quietly and placed a small gift-wrapped box beside it. Inside was a simple keychain, silver, engraved with the words, "For the man who gave a road when I had none." Tears filled James's eyes. He realized that kindness wasn't just about giving, it was about connecting. About reminding each other that no matter how broken life feels, we can always help someone else find their way forward. From that day on, LuxLine Auto wasn't just a car dealership. It became a place where second chances were given freely, where lost souls found direction, and generosity was the engine that kept everything running. And every time a car left the showroom, James would look out through the glass, watching the headlights fade into the horizon, whispering to himself, "Every road leads somewhere, but kindness brings you home."